Which brings us to the toughest job every year as Craig Button tries to protect every single game in this tournament. It's an impossible task, but this year, Craig, here's my idea. Russia's out, which complicates things a little bit less. There's 4 favorites. I truly believe this is the year you have the potential to go 28 for 28 and make history. Let's look at how Craig believes the 2 groups will finish. He has Canada and Sweden. No huge surprise there. Coming 1-2 in Group A, Czechia, Germany also making it to the quarters. U.S., Finland, 1-2. The Americans look good in pre-tournament games. Slovakia, Switzerland, Latvia. Your rationale here, Craig?
Well, it all comes down to New Year's Eve. I mean, you got Canada playing Sweden, and Canada, they are so good and they look powerful. United States, while being young, they have a lot of skill, and I think they're ready to finish first. You know, for Slovakia and Switzerland, it comes down to that game. Slovakia finds a way to finish third. Czechia is just simply better than Germany and Austria.
The Latvians could throw a wrench in things. Remember, they were pretty good in the summer tournament in Edmonton. Okay, so if you've watched this tournament for a long time, you know that the quarterfinals are crossovers. First place team in Group A versus 4th place team in Group B, etc. So let's look at the quarterfinal matchups as they would be with Craig's predictions, and you can run us through them, starting with Canada versus Switzerland.
Well, this takes a nanosecond. Canada just blows out Switzerland. Canada is so good, and Switzerland just doesn't have the ability to match up against them. Then we go to Sweden and Slovakia. Sweden, like the USA, are young, but they're talented. They'll find their way through this tournament. Slovakia will not have enough to beat Sweden. So there's 2 of your semifinalists. USA and Germany, a complete mismatch. USA will romp in this game versus Germany. And then we finish with Finland and Czechia. It might be the best game of the quarterfinals, but Finland, like always, get into the medal round possibilities, and they will face off against Canada.
Now, as you can see there, it's not true brackets because they reseed after the quarterfinals. So with Canada being the top seed in the semis, Finland would be the 4th seed according to Craig's finish. So Canada, Finland there, U.S. the 2nd seed, Sweden the 3rd seed, and that's why those are the semifinal matchups. So let's get to it. Who do you have winning that first semifinal between Canada and Finland?
Like the August tournament, when Canada won gold in overtime, they beat Finland again and get to the gold medal match, much to the disappointment of Finland.
Canada, by the way, has beaten Finland 4 straight times after alternating victories over the previous 6 games. So Canada to the gold medal game, Finland to the bronze medal game. Who joins Canada in the gold medal game?
The USA, a very, very talented group. We can talk about how young they are, but not only are they talented, James, they are really confident in what they're doing.
Such an even matchup. Sweden enters this year's tournament with an 18-17 edge in wins in all-time World Junior competition between those 2 countries. All right, so the gold medal matchup, the bronze medal matchup set. Let's start with the bronze medal game between the Finns and Swedes, one of hockey's oldest rivalries.
And Sweden gets the bronze. I think they'll find their way through the tournament and get stronger as time goes on, and their skill, while being a little bit young, will carry the day and carry the Swedes to bronze.
Finland beat Sweden in the semifinals of the 2022 tournament before losing to Canada in overtime, of course, in that gold medal game. All right, here we go. Gold medal matchup, Canada, USA.
Canada gets revenge on that 2021 loss to the USA. And this Canadian team is so dominant, it very well could be, with a gold medal win, be as good or better than the 2005 team that we called the Dream Team. That's how good this Canadian team can be. Only a gold medal can get them in that conversation.
Wait, as good or better than that Crosby-loaded team in 2005?
Yes. This team has the ability to dominate. And maybe when we look ahead and we look at the skill and we know how great Sidney Crosby has been, but as a team, I don't see any flaws in this team. I think they can overwhelm any opponent that they play. And when you look at what they're faced with, no Russia, that makes a little bit of a difference. But when you can, if you can run the table and do what this team Canada, I think, is capable of doing, you're in that conversation, definitely.
I'm a little worried about that bronze medal game, but I still feel 28 for 28 is a legitimate possibility. And by the way, Craig, if Canada beats the Americans, it would end a 4-game losing streak to the Americans in gold medal games for Canada.